Okay, we're going to start in Word Unit D, which is formatting documents. This one you'll have to watch closely because there's several things that if you don't get your insertion point just correctly, it'll actually mess up the entire thing. So let's go ahead and open up Word, and we can cancel out of that. Formatting documents. Your objectives for this unit is learn how to set document margins, create sections and columns, insert page breaks, insert page numbers, add header and footers, insert a table, add footnotes and endnotes, and insert citations, and then manage sources and create a bibliography. Go ahead and turn in your books to page Word 78. And the first thing is setting margins. The margins of the document is the blank area between the edge of the document and the edge of the text. So the edge of the page to the edge of the text, which is this part right in here. Let's go ahead and open, go File and Open. Computer, Multimedia, go to your folder, so find your folder and go to Word, Unit D, and D-1. First thing that we should do when we get done is go File and Save As, and go to your name, go to Assignments, create a new folder called Word Unit D, and you're going to save this as WD D-Healthy Traveler, and then click Save. Click on the Page Layout tab, click on the Margins button, and click on Custom Margins. For the top, we want 0.7. For the bottom, we want 0.7. For the left box, we want 0.7. And for the right, we want 0.7. Click OK. Click on View tab and click on 2 pages. You want to be able to see 2 pages at once. Click on Page Width and save. Okay, right click on the status bar, and if you do not have a check mark next to the word section, you need to make sure you have a check mark next to section. So it'll show up down here on your status bar. Click on your Home tab and show hide your characters. Place the insertion point before the heading General Considerations. So you want to place your insertion point right before General Considerations. Click the pages or the breaks. Click the Page Layout tab. Click Breaks, and we want a continuous break. So right now we should now have 2 sections in our document. Make sure that your insertion point is still before General Considerations. Click the columns. Click More Columns, and you want 2. And you want the spacing between to be 0.3, and click OK. Click the View tab and click 2 pages. Press Control Home. Table D1 gives you what the different types of breaks mean. Inserting page breaks. Word inserts an automatic page break, which is also called a soft page break, when you reach the bottom of the page. allowing you to continue typing on the next page. So as you're typing down here, it'll automatically go to the next page. You can also force text onto the next page of a document by using breaks command to insert a manual page break, also called a hard page break. You insert page breaks when you know you want to begin like a new page of each report would be a new page. So more or less, if you would type like your title page and then you do an insert page break and then you'd start your actual then you'll actually start your page, your research paper. So click the page width button and scroll down to the bottom of page 1 and place your insertion point before the heading malaria. And click on the page layout tab. Click on breaks and page. Scroll down and place the insertion point before the heading preventative options on page 2. And press Control and Enter, which is also a page break. That's the shortcut keys. Scroll to the bottom of page 3. Place the insertion point before the heading Insurance for Travelers. Okay, when it's telling you to place the insertion point before the heading, it means before the first letter in that heading, not this paragraph mark before it. It means before the first letter. And do a Control Enter. Scroll up and click to the left of the page break on page 2. This is page 3. And press delete. Place the insertion point before the heading Medical Kit on page 2 and press Control Enter. So we wanted it before Medical Kit instead of this preventative options. Click on your View tab and do 2 pages. And let's go ahead and save our changes. Okay, press Control Home if you haven't done so already. Click the page width button. Click on the Insert tab, and in the header footer group, click on page number. And you want it at the bottom of the page. Scroll down and click plain number 2. Double click the document text to get out of the footer. Scroll down the document to see the page numbers at each page. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, do a Control Home and save. One of your concepts review questions is about quick parts. Quick parts is on page Word 85. Quick parts is an item that you can insert fields such as for the current date, total number of pages in the document, document property information, building blocks, and etc. Okay, so make sure that you make note of page 85 because that'll be where you find the answer for that question in your concepts review. We should be on page Word 86 right now. Adding header or footers. A header is a text or graphic that appears at the top of every page in the document. A footer is a text or graphic that appears at the bottom of every page. Headers and footers often contain the title of the publication or chapter and the name or author or a page number. Okay, so click on the Insert tab Make sure you are at the beginning of your document, so do a Control Home. Click the header button and scroll down, and you want a blank header. So where it says type text, you want to type healthy traveler, travel and health information from Quest Specialty Travel. Select the header. So select all that text and click on the Home tab. And from the font list, you want Berlin Sans FB Demi. So you may have to scroll down. You want your color to be olive green, accent 3, 25% darker. You want it centered. And you want a bottom border. Click on the Header Footer Tools Design tab and click to go to Footer. Select the page number field, so select the page number, and you want click on your Home tab, and you want it to be Berlin Sans FB Demi, olive green, accent 3, 25% darker, and we want to close header or footer. Press Control Home. Scroll up so you can see the Healthy Traveler and double click. Go to your header footer format tab, and you want it to be different on the first page. Then you can close. Scroll down to the top of page 3 and the bottom of page 2, and then do a Control Home, and notice that the text is not there on page 1. It should be on every other page, but not page 1. Let's go ahead and save our document. Scroll until you see the heading Preventative Options, which is on page 2. Select the heading Preventative Options and the 2 paragraph marks below it. Click the Page Layout tab. Click the columns and click on 1. Place the insertion point before the first paragraph marker and click the Insert tab. Table, and click on Insert Table. You want 5 columns with 6 rows. Fixed column width to be auto, and click OK. Let's click on our Home tab, and we want to shut off our characters. In the first box, type disease, tab, Okay, so what was it? I was just tabbing across to get to each box. So now to get the little check marks, so you should be in the box under the drug. Go to your bullets and shading and click on check mark. Press tab twice and check mark. Okay, fill in the rest of the table with what it looks like on Word 89. Once you have the table complete, click on your Table Tools Layout tab and click your Auto Fit and click on Auto Fit Contents, and then click Auto Fit again and Auto Fit to Window. Select, so click your select button and select the table, and in the alignment group you want to center, align center button. Click disease, click select in row, click disease and click select column, and you want to left center align. Click the Table Tools Design tab, and for the table styles, click the More button, and you want Light List Accent 3. Do a Control Home and save. Sorry, I hit the wrong button. Okay, footnotes and endnotes. So I'm on page 90. A footnote or an endnote is an explanatory note that consists of two linked parts. A note reference mark that appears next to the text to indicate the additional information is offered in the footnote or endnote, and the corresponding footnote or endnote text. So, click on place the insertion point at the end of the first body paragraph. First body paragraph in the second column after resort. Sorry, I was looking at it and I couldn't figure out where it was at. And click on your reference tab and click on insert footnote. Notice that a 1 appears in type. The sentence behavior is a critical factor Okay, so you should be following along with me, and I'm on page word 90, and that's where I got this sentence, so you can actually copy it down from the book or watch me type it and then pause the video. Okay, scroll down until the bottom half of page 3 appears. Place the insertion point at the end of medications are taken regularly. On a regular basis at home in the second column. And click insert footnote. So it's in that bulleted list. Make sure you check your spelling as you go. I know when I type I don't necessarily watch my spelling, so I have to go back and check it. Okay, place insertion point at the end of sunscreen. Insert footnote. Type SPF 15 or greater. Place insertion point after disposable gloves in column 1. Insert footnote. And scissor. Place your insertion point after scissors, safety pins, and tweezers. Insert footnote. Okay, do a control home. Click next footnote. Click the next footnote again and press delete to select to and delete it. So we deleted the second one. And do a control home. Okay, we should be on page word 92 for inserting a citation. A citation is a parenthetical reference in a document that gives credit to a source or for a quotation or other information used in the document. Citations usually include the name of the author and, for print sources, a page number. So place your insertion point after people travel, but before the period at the end of the first body paragraph and the first column. So right after the L, before the period. And on your reference, go to where it says Styles and make sure it says MLA 6th edition. Click Insert Citation and click Add New Source. For the type of source, you want to type report. Click the corporate author, and then we're going to enter the data in figures D16. And then you can click OK. Once you have all the information inserted, click OK. Click the citation to select it and click Edit Citation. And you want type 19 for pages and click OK. Scroll down and place the insertion point at the end of the quotation. After consequences and after the period in this one. Click Insert Citation, Add New Source, and we want it to be looking like figure D18. Once you have it all typed up, you can click OK. Scroll down to the bottom of page 2, which for some reason mine has added an extra page in there. I'll have to go in and look at it at the end. Click under the table and type source, colon, and italicize it. insert citation button, so go to reference, insert citation, and click Johnson Marguerite. You want to edit the citation and type 55 and click OK. And then click Save. Okay, the last thing that we're going to do is manage our sources and create a bibliography, which is also known as a works cited page. So do a Control End. Okay, make sure you're at the end of your document, and click on Manage Sources. Where it says Current List, click where it says Mary Baker and click Delete. And then click Close. And click where it says Bibliography, and instead we want, and go ahead and click on Bibliography. So it automatically formats a bibliography for you. So let's go ahead and select the word bibliography and change it to, click on your Home tab, and you want Berlin Sans FB Demi, and you want the color to be blue accent 1, and you want the font size to be 11. Okay, do a Control End, type your name at the very end, click the View. Well, actually, before we do that, let's scroll up, and between pages 3 and 4, click View in 2 pages. If you followed my instructions clearly, you should have the same 2 extra pages that I have. So let's click before 3 and 4, and let's delete okay. So I actually have 1 extra page here. Let's go click on our Home tab and click on our paragraphs. Okay, if you have an extra page break in there, go ahead and press Delete to bring that up to the next page. And if you have an extra page here, go ahead and press Delete. When you get done, you should have a total of 4 pages. Okay, do a Control Home and save. Then you can close out Word, and we are done.